Sure. So I'm Alex Oberg. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Strobe, which uses big data and analytics to help event organizers sell more tickets and get more people to their events.
And so, what does that look like? Can you go more into that?
Sure. So what we do is we gather tons of different data points from all the recesses of the internet and via opt-in. And then we allow event organizers to use natural language and some machine learning to help them better target their advertising campaigns and to help incentivize the right people to come to their events.
At what stage is the product right now?
Sure, so we launched in a closed beta in October, and since then we've onboarded a variety of different clients, ranging from Bijou, which many people in Boston might know as one of the top nightclubs in the city, to some live music halls, to a gay pride festival in Rhode Island. And in the last 12 weeks, we've actually doubled our monthly recurring revenue. And at every venue that has switched to us, they've seen a worst case of 40% boost in online pre-sales.
The worst case, so
the worst case. The best case is 400% boost in online pre-sales.
And so can you describe the team a little bit? Like, what's your background and what's the background of your team members?
Sure. We all met at Brown, and I was born in Providence, so I decided to start throwing concerts myself. And very quickly, I realized that the tools the ticketing companies provided weren't very useful for me. I didn't know who was coming to my shows, why they were coming, or what they liked. So my co-founders and I, CS majors, decided to take the data engineering and analytical tools of a company like Palantir and mash them up with the ticketing capabilities of a company like Eventbrite. And thus far, it seems to be a pretty successful combination.
And when did you guys start?
So we started at the end of 2013. I graduated Brown in the spring of 2014. So we've been at this for a little under 2 years.
Has there been anything surprising so far that you've just kind of discovered about the market you're in and what your product can do and what kind of value it can give?
Yeah, I think one of the things that was most fascinating to us is the idea of data, and that data is very useful in telling you about your audience, but if it's not easy to utilize, meaning you can't run advertising based on the data, you can't directly reach out to your top customers, you can't incentivize them to bring their friends to shows, data isn't really all that helpful. And so there's been a lot of talk about big data versus smart data, and focusing on the smart data and getting our customers to use it, I think, has been one of the challenges that we've figured out. And I think we've also been a little surprised at some of the numbers. We were all expecting an improvement in sales, but when we're getting a 400% year over year improvement in sales, it's kind of surprising even to us.
So what are some of the challenges that you're facing?
So there's a lot of other big competitors in the market. So Eventbrite, Ticketfly, Ticketmaster are probably the best known, but they all just sell tickets, whereas we're a vertical SaaS business for venues and event organizers. Some of them, like Eventbrite, have great technology. Ticketfly just had a really great exit. So even though there's competition, we see there being a lot of opportunity, especially for a product that's really coming at solving this problem of how to get more people to events from a very different angle.
And can you tell me a little bit about how do you even get to these venues? How do you even reach them and try to convince them to buy in?
Yeah, so it's a traditional old school in-person sales model. So the way the ticketing business works is it's all contract based. The contracts give us exclusive rights to do ticketing. It's the same thing that Eventbrite does, Ticketmaster does, etc. So there's a bit of a lead time, but the ticketing business is rather high margin. So yeah, we have source venues. We have a referral network of existing clients actually that are so excited about our product they actually refer their friends onto the platform, and then we negotiate a contract deal with a new venue.
And what are the plans for what are your plans for here at Techstars? What are you hoping to achieve?
So Techstars was a kind of to focus it on our business model to build a network. So we're all young founders. I think we might be some of the youngest. I think we might be the youngest team actually in Techstars. So one of the challenges we faced early on is we started this out of college. So we didn't really have a network of mentors, investors, advisors, and I knew some people in the music industry, but that was about it. And so one of the biggest things we wanted to do was build our network, get good advice from people on how to scale this business. We got great success early on in our first 2 markets, but now we have to bring this nationally. And so developing a network of a support network to help us do that was really important to us.